Hi everyone, this is TheHande and as you can see, this is the Super Game Boy again. It's Pokemon time, once again. Alright, we're playing Pokemon Blue version, once again. And let's get on here. Alright. Okay, so here's my new game. The name is Dicky. Welcome back to this, which is my second attempt, take 2 on a Pokemon Nuzlocke challenge. And if this is the first time you're checking out the channel, or you don't know what a Nuzlocke is, or you know, you didn't watch the previous series of me playing this, I'm gonna have a little introduction here at the start of the episode. But I'm gonna throw in a time code here. If you did watch the previous Nuzlocke attempt, and you remember where we were when that crashed and burned, then I won't delay you. Just notice that there will be different Pokemon, and I will explain later what Pokemon I have. So for this introduction, so first of all, I am not a Pokemon master or a massive Pokemon fan myself. I played Pokemon Blue back in the day and dropped off the bandwagon after Gen 1. I am an occasional enjoyer of the Pokemon animated series that have come along. I watch the occasional Pokemon movie and the occasional tasteful fan art. And, you know, I like I like stuff like Pokemon Snap, both versions. But last year, I had an attempt. I decided, hey, I was toying around with the Super Game Boy anyway, and so I wanted to do a bunch of Game Boy Let's Plays. And because I own Pokemon Blue, I decided, well, what the hell, I should go back. And I didn't want to do just a straight Pokemon Let's Play because I thought that would be a bit boring, so rather foolishly, I decided that I was going to do a Nuzlocke challenge. So a Nuzlocke challenge, there's different variants of it, but I'm doing a kind of a very vanilla-style Nuzlocke challenge. So, in Pokemon, and if you have never played Pokemon, by the way, you know, I'm not going to explain every nitty-gritty. You know the dealio. You capture small animals, trap them in balls, and then you make them fight for each other. There's a bunch of gyms that you have to complete in this game to go up against the Elite Four, who are the best Pokemon trainers in the world, and then you become the Pokemon Master. The end. Nobody dies in Pokemon. Pokemon only ever faint. But Nuzlocke changes that. Nuzlocke is Pokemon with permadeath, self-imposed, obviously. This is not a modded. This is an actual original Pokemon Blue cartridge that I'm playing this on a Super Game Boy on my European Super Nintendo. I don't think you can tell because I think Game Boy games don't have the PAL slowdown because they were the same as the American Game Boy games. But so the thing is, if my Pokemon faints during a battle, then they are officially declared dead. And in fact, we can go to the Pokemon Graveyard, which is Bill's PC. Well, we don't know it's Bill yet. Yes, the character's called Dicky. It was called Digless last time I played. I have a bit of a thing of maybe my character's after Richards, if you will. So it's someone's PC. And if we take a look here and we look at the withdraw pile. So I do have 2 Pokemon who have unfortunately bit the dust. So when they die, I put them in the box. I haven't released them. And I'm wondering if I will release them at some point. Anyway, so if my Pokemon faints in battle, that's it. I'm not allowed to revive them, and I'm not allowed to use them from henceforward. Also, I'm only allowed to capture the first Pokemon of every new area that I enter. And I've been surprisingly fortunate this time around. I will introduce my party momentarily. I'll show them off a little bit here. This is the current complement, and as you can see, this is already David 3. That's not David the 3rd, because I had to use Roman numerals, because in OG Pokemon, you can't give Pokemon's numbers in their names. I don't know if you can in the later games. Like I said, I fell off the bandwagon real badly. So, the last Nuzlocke challenge, I tried to brute force my way through Mount Moon, and it went badly. I lost my starter there. One thing that is immediately different is that I have not gone with my normal... My normal starter is a Squirtle, my blue boy, and I love Squirtle to death. But we did crash and burn on Misty's gym. I didn't have that many Pokemon to begin with, and none of them had type advantage, and they were too low level. So I picked a Bulbasaur. I at least have now type advantage against Misty, but we are not going up against Misty this episode. No, no, no. We're going to Bill's house. Because I realized a little too late. And again, you know, not having played Pokemon for almost 20 years probably was a big factor. It was a big, one factor, but not the only factor. I was playing like an idiot last time, so I've been a lot more cautious. It took me a lot longer to get to Cerulean City. And now we're heading up to Route 25, and by the way, so you might have noticed the Pokemon's names. So this is officially the end of the introduction. I had a hard time coming up with funny names last time for my Pokemon. Usually I'm pretty good with funny names, but for some reason when I was doing the previous run of Pokemon, I was really blanking out on coming up with any funny names for any of the Pokemon. So, this time, I have chosen ahead of time to name all my members of my party after members of the heavy metal group Iron Maiden. I am a big Iron Maiden fan. I have almost all of their albums. Never got sent Jutsu as a physical copy. I may someday. Who knows? But Steve is obviously named for Steve Harris, the founder. My second was David Murray. And this is my third David already. I have already lost two. We lost David 1 in Mount Moon, and unfortunately, while going up Nugget Bridge, I lost David 2. But I managed to capture another goddamn Pidgey. I've been exceptionally, and I did not do that thing last time. So this is just me being fully honest with you. The fact that I've already lost two Davids, that I have not been cheating this run. I did that one cheat last time where I did the reset. I will hopefully not have to resort to that. I will hopefully remember to check the walkthrough ahead of time because I don't remember stuff at all. This was my third Pokemon, Diano, named after the late great Paul Diano, who sang on Iron Maiden's first two albums. And then Clive Burr, their late drummer, died already a long time ago from multiple sclerosis, which is really sad. He's a Zubat. And actually, Steve, because I've never played Bulbasaur, I've noticed that this is actually a bit of a blessing in disguise, because Bulbasaur has Leech Seed. And because my Pokemon is so high level at this point, capturing new Pokemon is probably the biggest challenge, because I can easily accidentally one-shot them if they're like really baby. But if we look at, Steve has Leech Seed, and Clive has Leech Life. And both of those are really good, and also Supersonic, which causes confusion. Last time I caught a Geodude and I called him Dudorino. I really miss Dudorino, but he would not be good in this battle anyway. So now I do have type advantage in Misty's gym. But I am going to get all my Pokemon up to higher level. We're going to Route 25 next, so it's a different area from this. Oh, but first things first, I just remembered. We're not exactly yet. So I have captured one Pokemon here, but I have not gone to beat the snot out of that kid in the tall grass. And he has a Rattata. Wait, let me double check. But I think he has a Rattata with Hyper Fang, and that's what I lost David 2 to. I lost David 2 to another one of these kids who had a fucking, Hyper Fang Rattata. So let me hear his trainer. Yes, Rattata, level 14, has Hyper Fang. And let me quickly check my inventory too. I should have, I do have potions, yes, because I did go. Oh, I forgot to put that TM away. That's the Thunder Wave. So we're gonna go beat the snot out of this kid first. That's our first order of business, to get some level ups. Yeah, and remember, I actually rewatched recently the final episode. We're gonna do a little edit job again. I'm gonna do that musical montage, certainly, for all the Pokemon that die. Let's see, Wine Whip. Yes. Oh, yes, he's an idiot. He did Tail Whip, luckily. I'm not gonna tool around. I'm gonna finish him off. Yes. Yes, and Steve's already level 20. And he's evolved. You might have noticed, too. Diano is also evolved. He's a Pidgeot now, already. Ecans. So do I want to put David out there? I really would want him to get some XP. He's got Wrap. Leer and Poison Sting. Well, he's not effective against him, so... Okay. But if he takes immediately, like, massive damage, then I'm gonna immediately, like, just take him out. Quick attack. Ooh, not good. I do have antidote, so... Ouch, that was a crit. I think I can I can take one more of those. But I'm gonna... But if this... Okay, that's not bad. This is so nerve-wracking. Rep. Oh no. Should I now? Yeah, I'll swap out. I'm gonna split the XP, but you know, I'm not losing another goddamn David. I can get past the hiker, but the hiker might see me, so I think I'm gonna go get my shit together. Yes, the Machop. And that was another thing. That was another thing, like last time. Wait, he has a Geodude too. Do I have... He's a rock. I have mostly flying Pokemon. Oh no, he's super effective. Rock is super effective against my birds. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, okay, I was reading that chart wrong. The thing that really tricked me was the Mankey and the Karate Chop. Because I did not... I put in the video... I put in a text... pointing out that in this Pokemon, in Gen 1, Karate Chop, despite what it sounds like, it's a normal move and not a fighting move. So that's the thing that I have to now remember to check in this run, is that the Pokemon are actually what I think they are. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put Clive ahead, because Clive was poison flying, right? If that fat fuck sees me, I might be in trouble. Yeah. And flying is flying weak against... flying has, yeah, disadvantage. So I only do half damage to him if he sees me. But grass is effective, right? Grass is effective against rock, right? Ground at least, rock. Yeah. Okay, if push comes to shove, I'll just swap out with Steve. So my goal now is I'll try to sneak past the hiker. And what I'm trying to do is to get into the tall grass next to the hiker so I can catch another Pokemon. So I'm going to be naming characters principally first by names of members that played with Iron Maiden on albums. And then, you know, if I don't think I will have a party big enough where this is going to be an issue. But then, you know, if I do end up... Okay, if I do end up with a situation... Kakuna. Well, this is good because he's not going to attack me. Then, you know, I do know enough, like, other Iron Maiden personnel that I can name people after, but mostly I'm going to stick to actual band members. So the Supersonic... Yeah, this is good because it hurts itself. Was this super effective against Bug? I have to be careful now because this is a bug. No, it's a bug attack. So Bug is... I think Bug is supposed to be like just whatever. Please don't... Oh God. Well, he was a baby. It was super effective. How can it be super effective? He's a bug. Is Kakuna not a bug? I am utterly confused now. Because it clearly said bug. I'm not crazy. It did say bug. Wait, I'll put David up first because he'll leech off the... Yeah, this is what I'll do. I'll have him up front, but I'll immediately switch to Steve. Oh, this is the guy that we fought in the cave. Ah, he's making a comeback. Okay, but I'll immediately switch out to Steve. He He's weak sauce. I'll do Leech Seed anyway. Because I've just discovered this is a fun trick. And also because I get a little bit of HP back every time. Like, this is something that I've never experienced before because I've never played the plant Pokemon. That is still pretty tough, actually. That is, you know. But I am staying in the green. Okay, Wine Whip time. Whip it like you mean it. Yes, I'll let David, you know, leech off the XP because he needs it. Yeah, I hate that fact that I lost on the trainer fights though because he really could have used. Wait a minute. He's taking a bit of damage. I don't want to take a risk with Steve though if he crits. And I'll use Supersonic. That's the thing though, Supersonic has a pretty high fail rate. Okay, now I confused him. Oh, I should have used Bite. I should have used Bite. Bite's a pretty good attack. Ouch. Damn. Okay, let's see what Bite does. Oh, it's not doing anything. Jesus. Okay. Well, first things first, I'll heal Steve, and then I'll swap out with Steve. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, this is now scary. And now I split the fucking XP 3 ways, which is not good. That's not helping the cause. Goddamn difference, girl. Okay, I'll do Leech Life. Oh, it missed? Or he evaded. And the great thing about that is that actually your other Pokemon also benefit from it. Yeah, he could have one-shotted him. Okay, David 3 did get a level up. That's good. I was a bit afraid that, you know, that wasn't going to happen. Okay, so what's going on with me? I'm actually recording this on my autumn break week. That's weird. The color doesn't change between Route 24 and 25. I guess that's a little bit... yeah, I did try to catch a Pokemon in Viridian Forest, but I killed them outright because even though the walkthroughs don't seem to count Viridian Forest as its... Viridian Forest is a weird kind of like border case, whether it's a new area. But in my opinion, it absolutely is a new area. Okay, so what do I do now? Like, a lot of these guys have levels on me. The only one who didn't... There was one who was kind of weak sauce. Hiker F? Wait, who's Hiker F? He's all the way down there, so I have slightly bigger guys in my way. Or... sorry, that was bad. That was a funny way to say it. Guys with, like, more higher level Pokemon. So, we'll keep doing this, where I keep David up front. Yeah, and I'll go buy a potion too, because, yeah, the money situation is also weird. Yeah. I still have a ton of Pokeballs, though, because now, again, I failed to get that. Oh, I had a shit ton of money. Okay, fuck that. Let's buy a lot of potions. Yeah, but that sucks. That sucks when you get all those Pokeballs. Yeah, I should have used Leech Seed instead. It would have been a bit more... gentle like that, but that's the thing, like that's the problem. It would be helpful, to have like a slightly weaker level Pokemon, especially for those capture scenarios, but yeah, nothing we could do about that now. So we take this youngster on first. I think I have to put Steve up first. Because that Hyper Fang fucking scares me. Hyper Fang is just shockingly effective, even on a Rattata, which is not evolved yet. I hate this because if it was only a 1 level difference, I would be a bit more confident. But yeah, no, I'm not super confident. Okay, just a quick attack. Yeah, that's not bad. Leech Seed. Yeah, and look, like like Steve is such a fucking tank, he can take it. Oof. That's not good, though. Alright, and now it's a Spearow. A 15 level Spearow. Well, I could probably have... Okay, yeah. Yeah, we'll put David out first. And then I'll have him and Clive share. He's got Fury Attack, so he didn't use it, but yeah, that sucks. He's using those... Alright, good. I got the confusion in there, because now I can do Bite. Okay, just use Peck. Oh, wow! I hate that. No, Leech Life is useless against this guy. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, 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 no! Damn it. Okay, I completely... Oh shit. Okay, no, no, no. I have to swap out with Steve. Hope he takes him out. Yikes. Okay, that was super scary. Yeah, I was really worried because I was going past that other big guy down there. Like, if he would have seen me, I would have been in a lot of trouble. Yeah. So yeah, I played a little bit of Episode 1 Racer on my N64. And I've determined that my weird third-party controller that I have for it does seem to work pretty okay. It does feel like occasionally it doesn't quite register when I'm pressing up, because that's what you have to do to get the boost. The youngster has a level 17 Slowpoke, and his only move is Confusion. Wait, where's youngster D? He's up there. You know what? That could be a really easy one, because I used... Yeah, again, this pisses me off, because I realized, because Gary, who is called Burke in this version, don't ask why. I was trying to come up with another name that means like an idiot or something. I did not check my old video before I started playing this, so I forgot that I named him Goober. And I kind of wish I still wish I would have named him Goober. But here's my hope. My hope is that I can get these other guys high level enough, then that Onyx could be used to level up my guys. Okay. But if this guy only knows... If this guy's Slowpoke only knows Confusion, that means he doesn't have any physical attacks. So he doesn't even... He's not gonna even do anything to me. So I'm gonna try my darnest. Ouch. Oh no! Oh, that is not what I thought Confusion was. Oh my god. Okay. I fucked up. What the hell does Confusion do? I thought Confusion was... Son of a bitch. No, of course now it doesn't show me. No, wait. Why is the link not working? Confusion is a psychic attack. Special, BB power. Confusion deals damage and has additional effect that confuse the target between 1 to 4 turns. Jesus. Okay, that was... I did it. I goofed. Okay. Psychic attacks. Psychic is good against... Where's Psychic? I can't find it. There it is. Fighting poison. So don't put... Yeah, don't put... Okay. Well, he's water type, so... God damn it. This was a stupid call. Okay. Super effective? Really? I guess just because he's lower level than me. Well, David did get a little bit of... Damn it. I stupidly assumed that that was going to be similar to a supersonic, and it wasn't at all. Jesus Christ. Oh god. I know it's probably, again, to some people, you know, I feel again that I'm playing this maddeningly slowly, because if normal Pokemon, you know, well, you didn't normal Pokemon when you didn't have to worry about fainting, you know, you just keep going at the guys, even as your Pokemons are fainting left, right, and center. But as long as one of them gets like a good hit in, that could like win the win the fight for you. So it's like a total different ballpark. Last E and has Nidorans. They both have Poison Sting. They're both level 15. But now my guy is my David is 14. So wait, Poison is good against grass, Poison is not good against poison or ground, or it is good against bug, but I don't have any bugs. It's whatever against flying. Flying, on the other hand, is whatever against poison, right? Yeah. So now David is gonna take the charge, the forefront. And I do have antidotes, right? Oh yeah, I have 3 antidotes. Okay, I'll buy a couple of more. It hasn't been a problem. I've been poisoned like once during this run. But because they have Poison Sting, and it's because it's probably going to be one of their primary attacks anyway. I have not been making a lot of videos on my main channel, and for an intentionally, because I've been trying to get my webcomic back up and running, and I've been very successful. Like, I'm doing business with birds, but which is the webcomic that I've been doing since 2018. But this summer I had to get a new scanner because I've been using my old Epson printer's scanner, and the printer itself has not worked in many years, but the scanning software on it was so good that I'm still bummed out that, you know, it doesn't work anymore. So, basically the scans are not good enough anymore to really put online, so I've had to start digitally adjusting them. Okay, Nidoran male. I don't think I've encountered the male before. Yeah, it's only been females up to this point. Wait, what other attack did he have? He has Tackle, right? Oh no, Horn Attack. But it's just a normal type attack, and I get to go first because I got Quick Attack. That's not encouraging. Okay, but he's not super effective against me. I really hate that, you know, when my Pokemon only really has... Ouch, okay, Horn Attack. Oh god! Okay, yes, now we're switching. Okay, I'm gonna finish him off. David did get some XP out of that. And the Nidoran female, I think she has Scratch. I don't know. I don't know if I want to put out... Scratch is bad. No. I'm gonna be a pussy now and not switch Pokemon. Just wanna... yep. Okay, yeah. Deano's luckily so tough that he can take it. Yeah. It was sad. It was sad when Paul Deano died, you know, last year. Oh, you were in bad condition. Eat my dick. And not in a sexual way. I don't know why I felt the need to make that, you know, distinction. You're an NPC and you can't actually hear me, but yeah, just, yeah, not to put, yeah. But anyway, yeah, it was sad because those first 2 Maiden albums, okay, Killers is not a great album, but Deano had such a great voice when he was young. When he got older, well, okay, just before his death, when he was in the wheelchair, you know, he did start to sing properly again, but there was a period of a couple of years there where he had kind of stopped trying to actually perform live properly. And those recordings are really painful to look at because, it's pretty obvious that he's kind of like... He's banking on the fact that people know who he is. Oh, wow! Dang, Hiker F has a full party of rock Pokemon. They're all pretty low level, though. And none of them know rock attacks. So, I don't know. It's risky. It's risky. Because the type advantage... the fact that they don't have rock attacks means... Oh... They do get, I do think they get a buff on their normal attacks anyway. So here's what I'll do. We're gonna do a whole G's run with David at the front, and then we'll swap out with Steve whenever possible. Yeah, so it was kind of obvious that for a little while in the mid-2000s or 2010s or wherever, 20 sorry, Diano was kind of, banking basically on his name a little bit. But then, when he had all the knee problems and everything, he again started to actually try to sing properly, and he was good. He was fucking good. He wasn't as good as it when he was younger, but he wasn't bad either. Oh god, I feel extra nervous about this now. Okay, are all my ducks in a row? They are. Okay, let's go. Please don't kill my David. This is my third one. I don't want to get a fourth one. Which, by the way, the next guy that I get in my party, if I ever do end up getting another one, is Stratton Dennis. He played on the first album. And that first album is a fucking banger. Yeah, oh, no. Let's stick to the plan. Let's stick to the plan. G's run. It's all G's. He's gonna tackle me. I'm gonna whip him. Yes. We put David out again. I do miss Deuterino a little bit because, again, I said this in the original series as well, that I kind of like how stupid Geodude looks in this first game. Okay, now this was the one Pokemon... Oh, it was Machop, wasn't it? But Machop did not have... He was fighting and he had Karate Chop. Fighting is... Wait, fighting is ineffective against flying? That seems wrong. That seems like that should not be the case. But flying is effective against him. Oh, Jesus. I really hope this chart is accurate. Flying. I am reading it right. Yeah, that's the attack column. That's the defense column. Okay, let's give it a fucking shot. I mean, it's better if David can take down a Pokemon by themselves. Because then he can keep all the XP and he doesn't have to share it. Karate Chop. Oof. Well, that's not too bad. I do go first. Yeah, no, I'm switching. No! Oh, God, no. Okay, yeah. Fuck this. I hate this. I guess Machop just has really good, Machop just has really good, attack, I think. I don't know his base stats. Well, David did level up. Okay, but I'm done with this. No, David leveled up already. We're done with this horse and pony show. I'm finishing off this last Geodude and then getting the fuck out of Dodge. Okay, Steve is now officially on the same level as Misty's Staryu. No, sorry, the higher Pokemon, the more advanced Pokemon. So, we are getting there. We are getting close to being able to take... But the problem is, none of my other Pokemon, I think, are super effective. Wait, let me check again. Poison against water is whatever. Water against poison is whatever. So, here's what I'm thinking. I need to level up Clive next. Clive is my next priority because he's poison type. So it's gonna be Clive and my starter, Steve, going up against Misty for the final showdown. But we're getting this episode's getting pretty long now. Who's that next guy? I'm just gonna quickly check. Okay, we'll take on that last trainer. And there's a Pokeball with a move in it. But it's for this episode, we're gonna call it there. I've been kind of neglecting Clive, actually, because Clive was good in the cave when we were going up against the Zubat, but I had that problem happen, so... What is it? PP. I kept running out of PP, which is the number of attacks on his, because his attacks don't have a lot of... And if your Pokemon's attacks are not effective, you end up wearing them out too soon. Yeah. Good, because I'm a cool guy. I've got a girlfriend. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you just for that. Sorry, sorry about the coughing. Like, I have had this fucking cough my entire holiday week. Eat dick. Now I just said eat my. I didn't even say eat my dick. Okay, I think I'll no, I'll use a potion now. Hey, I love using the supersonic though. It doesn't always do what I want it to do, but when it does, it's really funny. Okay, biting time. Yeah, the whirlwind only works on wild Pokemon. It blows them away. And we did it. That was a bit anticlimactic, but hey, better that than the alternative. Ah, darn. Yeah, don't you worry. You can go have your girlfriend perform oral pleasure on you, or vice versa. You know, whatever you're into. Sorry, I did not mean for. So I apologize. I did not mean. You know, I love dirty jokes, but I'm getting to that phase these days where I kind of try to avoid it, you know, because, you know, we're surrounded by that kind of stuff so much these days that I'm getting a little tired of it myself as well. So, you know, it's good to sometimes just like have good, clean fun, good, clean jokes sometimes. Which, by the way, I want to end this episode on a stupid joke, but this was a cute joke that I heard recently. How do you know where a worm's mouth is? Or which end of the worm has the mouth? Well, you tell it a joke and see which end laughs. Okay, that's it for this episode of Pokemon Blue Nuzlocke. Thank you for watching, and let's see if we can get to Bill's house next time. Bye!